Welcome, it's denome. Bitcoin ETF was just approved 20 hours ago, so I want to make a video what it means for Bitcoin and crypto going forward. Because maybe some of you are thinking, is this the time to sell? Is this the time to buy? Should I wait? What should I do? So in this video, I want to cover what it actually means for Bitcoin to go forward. And I know there are already a million videos out there about this topic. So I'm gonna try to give you some value that you may otherwise have actually missed. So anyway, if we just take a look at the chart here, you can see that we had this peak here and it took us a while before we actually broke through it. And the next resistance line, the same thing, it took a couple tries before we actually broke through to the upside from here. And from this resistance area here, I was expecting a dump here, but now because of the ETF has been approved, I don't think this chart matters that much anymore, to be honest, because that just means that the banks now have ability to actually invest into Bitcoin. There's no regulatory uncertainty anymore because anybody can invest into Bitcoin through the ETF. So why shouldn't they be able to also buy to their own accounts? So this allows a lot of institutions which previously were not able to buy Bitcoin to now actually get it. And that's one of the key reasons why I do think money is actually flowing into Bitcoin going forward and into crypto as well. And there was a great video when I was researching this topic right here, decoding the Bitcoin ETF with Raoul Pal. And it was made by eToro. So it's not 100% accurate or they have their own bias. But Raoul Pal said something very, very interesting here, which I want to play out for you guys. So let's listen what he actually said in terms of what is the mega trend here, the big trend, because I do agree with him on that. So let's listen to him.
At a very simple level, the world is getting more digital every single day. I put a poll out on Twitter and I asked people, because I know a lot of people are cynical about some of this stuff, technology investing, but I asked them simple questions like, is the world going to be more digital in 5 years' time, less or the same? 96% of people said more digital. That is the trend we're playing here. Will money become more digital? Will value become more digital? Will contracts go digital? Yes. Is it?
That's it. So what he said here is everything basically going more or less digital? Yes. Is money going more or less digital? Yes. Is contracts going to be more or less digital? Yes. So crypto, because what all of the things the blockchain allows is trust over the internet. So crypto is going to be a part of this digitalization trend. And for that reason, there's going to be more demand or at least more interest in crypto as well going forward. And another thing he said here in this interview, which was, I think, great, he said that inflation is slowing down and the global growth is also slowing down, which basically means it is very likely there's going to be more stimulus coming out, which means money printing. But what he did not say in this interview is, are we going to have a crash before the stimulus actually is put on the market? And for me, I would like to say, yes, there's a crash coming, but I don't know if there's a crash coming or not. So for that reason, I don't want to stand or be on the sidelines either, just hoping there's going to be a crash, because a crash is inevitable, because we don't know when they will actually launch the money printing. Is it going to be a response to some catastrophe that happens, or are they just going to resume the money printing soon? We don't know yet. So for now, that's basically the only downside I see for Bitcoin and crypto, is if there's a bigger crash that will happen because of all this slowing down, or if the stimulus is going to be on the market before the crash. So we don't know that. Anyway, that's the iffy side here. But what this also means that inflation is slowing down and global growth is slow. It also means that people, investors, will seek assets that have more growth than just normal investments. So that's basically pushing banks and investors higher on the risk curve. Basically, what it means is good for crypto as well. And now that we have the ETF, that means a lot of institutions which previously were not able to have any crypto, maybe they will invest 1% or 2% of their portfolio into crypto. So that can mean a lot of like billions of dollars of money flowing into crypto, maybe slowly at first, but eventually more over time. Another thing, what I do believe that these ETF announcements means is that Ethereum ETF might be coming up next. And that's one of the reasons why you see Ethereum pumping hard right now. And if Ethereum is going to be approved, that's going to be another amazing time for crypto. And I think that's basically when we are going to see this bubbles popping up or ramping up because people's speculation and expectations will run wild when you see a lot of good things happening in succession. So that's another thing that will happen. Another good thing from the ETF announcement is now banks can offer crypto services legally. And if they allow cryptos or they have the crypto services, they will probably want to promote crypto services. So if banks and investment companies start putting marketing money behind crypto, that's probably going to be good things for the whole crypto sector as well. Because in public's eye, crypto is this crazy land where regulation is not certain. But if you start seeing marketing of crypto investments, that will change the perception of the population again. And during the last bull cycle, people made and lost a lot of money with Doge. And those people will want to revenge gain their losses who lost money on Doge. And for that reason, I do believe Doge is the coin here that I'm heavily invested right now. Just because it hasn't really pumped yet, but eventually when you see the normies coming back to the market, the regular investors, what will they invest in? Something they understand, and they don't understand anything almost about crypto. If you try to explain it to them, they don't understand. They just see you can make money with crypto. So Doge is basically right there in the ethos. People understand that Doge doesn't make a lot of sense. It's something to do with blockchain. It's something to do with Elon Musk. So I do believe that money will eventually roll over to Doge. And another great thing that Raoul Pal said here is altcoins will have their season once Bitcoin actually breaks through the all-time high. Because when Bitcoin goes through the all-time high here, that means suddenly people will have money again. There's two situations where people will have money again. One is when Bitcoin hits all-time high again, people will want to maybe diversify away from Bitcoin because they know previously altcoins pumped hard after Bitcoin reached the all-time high again. So that's one point. The second point is when the stimulus hits the market. That's when people will have additional money to invest again. So those are basically the 2 points here, and we haven't reached either of them yet. So when those things happen, or one of them happens, I think Doge will shine. So I just want to place my bets there already, because I do believe that's a great play going forward. Ethereum is of course another great play. I do have a back of it, but I do believe I want to be ahead of the curve and just invest in the Doge now before ETH, because now a lot of people are speculating on Ethereum already. But another great coin which hasn't had a lot of love lately is Link. And the reason I put Link here is Link is behind almost every smart contract on blockchain. Doesn't matter if you are using Ethereum or Solana or Avalanche or Cosmos or whatever blockchain out there. Link is there on every blockchain right now, and they allow smart contracts to pull data from the real world or data from the crypto world into their smart contracts. So that's why Link will have value going forward. Doesn't matter which blockchain wins or which blockchain gains adoption. So I think Link is a very good safe bet, and it's not nearly as big as Ethereum or nearly as big as Bitcoin, but it's in every place. So that's why I put Link here as a great play going forward. as well as I put key here. And the reason I put key, which is called self-key, is another point that Raoul made here in this interview, is that going forward, AI will gain more adoption as well. And as AI gets more adoption, that means we will need authentication of identity more going forward. And as you probably know, for example, United States, it's crazy that people can vote with mail without identity verification. So there's a lot of situations where we will need authentication and authenticity that a person has made a interaction, or that you are actually talking with a person, real person. So identity will be a big thing here. Raoul Pal says in this interview that WLD is his play for authentication and identity. And I don't like that, because if we take a look at WLD, one of the great things about it is that it's founded or partly founded by Sam Altman. And Sam Altman is the founder of OpenAI, ChatGPT. So that's a great play if you believe in that one. But the reason why I don't like WLD is just the tokenomics of it. So if we take a look at WLD, the market cap is only $300 million, which is great. This is amazing. But the problem is that the total supply of this coin is 10 billion coins. And they've only released not 10% of the supply, they've only released 1.1% of the total supply. So 99% of the total supply has not even hit the market yet. So when 99% of the total supply of this coin is calculated, the total market cap of this coin is actually massive already. So for this reason, just the tokenomics of it, I don't like the project. So that's the reason why I don't want to invest in this one. And if we take a look at Key, let's actually go back here, take a look at Key. The Key has market cap of $30 million. So it's currently 10% of WLD, and the total market cap, this has the whole supply already in the market. So there's no inflation. So if the identity coins will pump eventually, I think self-key here is the ultimate play. It's not the best project to cover this digital identity, in my opinion. I just think it will pump when the digital identity becomes a hot topic again. And if we just take a look at the chart here, you can see it hasn't received any love lately. And the last time I talked about it, the price was, we were here almost 1 year ago, basically. I was talking about self-key like being the thing when the AI coins were pumping hard. And then we had this massive pump, and I basically sold all of my self-key at this moment. Currently, I don't own any self-key, but I'm gonna buy some after I make this video, before you guys have a chance to buy it at these prices. So I'm gonna be buying key just because I do believe it's a great speculation play on the digital identity here. Not WLD, I think key is better. And if you have a better idea what could be a better coin for this digital identity that uses blockchain to its advantage, let me know in the comments, because I'm very, very curious about this thing, because this is gonna be like a big trend going forward, as we don't know what is a bot, what is AI, and what is a real person on the internet. So I think this is a great play here. But if you have a better idea or another idea, I'm very interested in this field right now. That's basically it for this topic. So going forward, I do believe we have just hit something that kind of invalidates this chart here. So I'm not that interested in the technical analysis. For sure, like I said in the previous video, this is the previous area. And if we take a look at what happened previously, we have always, when we hit this resistance, come back to this earlier line here, and then we moved forward. And we haven't had a pullback like that. So $32,000 is still in play. So that can happen because we did not break through this resistance yet. So have some money ready if we do go over there as well. But this is basically, if we ever reach this price, this is one of those all-in areas pretty much right now at this stage of the market. So if we go here, that's gonna be great. If the bubble bursts and we do see some kind of crash or black swan event, that could mean the prices go lower. But even then, just invest whatever you have. Basically, that's my plan. I don't know what you want to do, but that's basically my plan. That's it basically for this video. Hope you got some value out of it. Like I said in the previous video, I will be making more videos going forward during this bull run, so expect more from me. If you want to hear more, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and consider joining the Discord channel as well. It's free currently, so you can join us there. Anyway, that's it for this video, and see you later.